The 1990 AFL Premiership season is proudly brought to you by CUB, one of the world's great brewers. Westpac, you can bank on Westpac. McEwen's, you can do it with McEwen's. 4 and 20, the great Australian taste. And BP, on the move.
Thousand fans, Collingwood and Essendon from the Melbourne Cricket Ground, with the winner straight through to the AFL Grand Final. Both teams were virtually at full strength. The Magpies originally making no change to the lineup that routed the Eagles last weekend, although today Ron McEwen, a late replacement or a late withdrawal in his place taken by Craig Starcevich, while the Bombers had brought back their big guns. 7 changes in all, including Tim Watson and veteran Paul van der Haar, today playing his 200th game. Recent records would have suggested an Essendon win. The Bombers have won the last 3 meetings between these clubs, 5 in fact out of the last 7. The 2 losses being by 5 points in round 22 of 1987 and 1 point in round 20 the following year. Today, our commentators Drew Morfitt, Peter McKenna and Don Scott, and we join the action at the start of the third quarter.
At the start of the second half, a 12-point lead to the Magpies. Manson wins this. McGuan's pulled off the ball straight away by Kickety's new opponent, and McGuan will take the free kick.
And Grenvold's in against Shaw for Essendon.
Kick by McGuan, well inside 50. Francisca hands to it, almost a top mark. Socked away by Walsh towards the boundary line. Anthony Danaher's enjoyed things a lot better since he hasn't been on ground. He gains a few metres and will have a throw in. In fact, during the second quarter, Danaher, playing on the wing, was at one stage kicking for goal and then marking a kick in from defence. So he really covered some ground. Izard. Barwick. Very congested pack here. Punched up the ground by Thompson. A fumble by Harvey. He had a chance then, but Banks gets it to Shaw, who didn't have the ball when they crashed into him. But it's going to be an Essendon free kick.
There was an intelligent punch on by Thompson.
Thompson, hand pass to the pacey Buick. Buick long, danger here. Salmon, yes, there he is. He's too tall, and if they do that, if they get him one out, Don, he will be impossible to stop.
But Buick, that's the beauty of the play. Now, Buick is in the back pocket or back flank, and now he's come up the centre wing and taken that kick. It was a beautiful kick, long, direct, one-on-one. You just can't beat that man as far as that ball being high in the air. It's Salmon is the man in question.
Well, he's only kicked 1 goal. He missed an easy one, but this is directly in front. He should kick it from there. Paul Salmon just after half-time kicks, and no doubt right through the middle. 1 goal the margin. The Magpies lead 7-7 to 6-7.
Now, Graham Wright seems to be the man on Buick, now right in the forward pocket, and Buick came up. So I wonder who is now on centre wing. It looks like Barwick against Danaher, as we see there. Salmon lining up, a good kick for goal, and it's an excellent mark, his second.
So just 1 kick the difference now. Manson beats Madden. Here's Danaher coming in from his wing. Anthony Danaher, long kick to half forward. Van der Haar. Oh, great mark!
Again, a case of being too tall. We saw Salmon on Christian, now it's Van der Haar on Kelly. Put himself well in front on that occasion.
The 32-year-old veteran today playing his 200th game. He's taken a couple of magnificent marks. Kelly a long way back. Van der Haar taking a long run up, and Kelly running up to the mark. Van der Haar delivers a beautiful kick. It may have been, it was touched by Kelly, who took about 10 metres back, ran at Van der Haar and touched the kick, and it's a behind.
Well, that was good vision by the umpire on that occasion, because a lot of those go unheeded. And you see there Christian a little confused.
I think it just went so long, no one could believe it, but Kelly had put the mark there. Was that a mark? No, he grabbed it on the half volley. Mullane is loose. Can he get it before the boundary? Yes. Taking the mark. There was a let-off for the Magpies. Darren Mullane plays on a wobbly kick. The half-forward Starcevic loses it, and over the line it goes on centre wing. The margin now is 5 points in favour of Collingwood. Walsh to do the ruck work against Starcevic. Vital quarter of football, this one. Punched down by Starcevic. Scott Russell. Quick hand pass. Gavin Brown was starting off right out in the half-forward line. Russell received a free kick, holding the man decision. Russell to half-forward. Watson. Thumped the ground. Here's Shane Morwood with a chance. He's got it. Can't get his boot the ball. And no doubt about Terry Danaher, he's a good player.
Would that be dropping the ball?
No, because he was attempting to kick it, Don.
Throw in down towards the forward pocket. Walsh wins the tap. Kransberg pulled off the ball. Izard, oh, one hand to that. And he's been pinged for a throw. And it'll be a Collingwood free kick within kicking distance.
Well, that's just about the perfect tackle, isn't it? The fact that one arm was pinned, he could either drop the ball or throw it. Watch this, look. He's pinned the arm. Now, what can he do? Well done, Tony Francis.
Margin is 5 points in favour of Collingwood. This for an 11-point lead. Good kick. First goal to Francis. Collingwood 8-7, Essendon 6-8.
Well,
So a perfect tackle by Tony Francis, earning a goal. We go back to the third quarter now at the MCG. We pick up play with 17 minutes remaining. Collingwood is still leading by 10 points.
Anthony Danaher and Starcevic. Shaw with strength. Francis skirts round the back of the pack. Good distance with that kick on the turn. Really might have been a bit of interference there by the Essendon defender. Comes to Watson, close to the boundary line. Anthony Danaher. Well, he's been a pretty good wingman, Anthony Danaher. It wasn't such a great fullback earlier on. Thompson bounces off Russell. Kick by Thompson's beautiful delivery to Grenville.
The kick to half-forward, oh, the mark. That was poor play. That good mark to Mullane, but the wrong option. Mullane to the half-back line, and Gavin Brown is all over the place. What a game he's played. He's out on centre wing at the moment. Kicks to the half-forward line. Kwasiska in front. Hamilton. The ball hits the deck. Hamilton and Kwasiska, and Hamilton will probably try and go to the line. No, he doesn't. Umpire calls play on. The ball's still in play. Gafer. Straight to Van der Haar. Was that a free kick? No, the umpire calls play on. The quick kick. It's all Collingwood. Mullane, kick it. Good attempt to tackle by Kicker. Grabbed by Mullane. Mullane tons of time. On the left foot goes short and finds Francis.
Burns knocked Mullane over after he got rid of his kick. Mullane took his number too. Kick by Francis. Leans back on this one. It's down towards the forward pocket. Not a great kick. O'Donnell takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Kransberg. The ball was out. He took it over the line. Coming back for a throw-in. 10 points the margin, Collingwood in front. It's been a struggle in this quarter, just one goal each in the opening 11 or 12 minutes. High leap over the back by Kransberg. Thompson to Izard. Izard a high kick to centre wing. Anderson and Mullane. Oh, Mullane! Broke them thumb and all.
Great mark by Darren Mullane. Now he kicks to half-forward. Izard should mark. Oh, good mark to win. Oh, umpire hasn't paid it. Oh, that was unlucky to Izard. grabbed by Tony Francis round the corner and really deserved to be paid that mark.
Maybe justice, that ball going out on the full by Tony Francis, but a definite mark to Izzard.
This is Gary O'Donnell, the big job. He's done it well on Peter Dacos too. They're leaving Dacos down there, one out in this quarter. There's a mark. The big arms of Paul Salmon plays on. Mark Thompson has been fantastic. Short pass, Danaher, inside, Manning, the short one again. Salmon, Madden I should say, to Harvey. They've lost it again. No, here's Paul Hamilton. Can he pick it up? He's too slow to get rid of it, Hamilton. In they go. Hamilton again should get a quick hand pass in there and can't. Dispossessed was Turner. In they go after it. Look at the pressure in the packs and the umpire will come in and bounce.
Oh, Hamilton got a bad cut. You can see there, getting up to his feet. Probably accentuated by the sweat.
Great finals football, that. Madden. Oh, Grenville. Turner out of defence. Well done by Starcevic. He was no chance there. Got a fist to it. Comes back to Russell. Over the top he goes. Manson. Thompson with him. Manson crashes through him. Bit slow to get rid of it. Caught from behind by Buick. It comes Essendon's way. Thompson. Watson. Great hand pass to Cransberg. Kick it. Anderson. Standing start. Smother by Mullane. Oh, good football by Mullane. Francis. Now rebound football. A wrestle at centre-half forward. Starcevic goes to ground with Hamilton. Barwick scoops up. Nobody in front of him. 53 metres out. Brown almost.
There was just too many handballs by Essendon. Trying to put it on a plate, put it down the ground and let the big men go for it. Madden and Christian were down there.
Dead set Learising by Essendon then, and Kickett should have kicked that one from the 50 metres with a set shot on his left foot. Salmon and Starcevic. In they go after in front of the Collingwood goal. They wouldn't want to let Dacos get it. They do. Peter Dacos on the left foot. Oh, brilliant goal. That dangerous man has taken Collingwood on to 9-7, Essendon 6-9.
Well, his 94th goal for the season. He's kicked 94 goals, 45, Peter Dacos. And watch this, all he needs is a bit of space. The space comes. There he is underneath now, the space. Very accomplished player, Peter Dacos.
Well, it had been a bit of a deadlock up until then. A brilliant goal by Dacos. Essendon robbed of it in the middle. Izzard. Shaw's kick. A bouncing ball to half forward. Hamilton. In a bit of space is Harvey. He's had space before and hasn't made the most of it. Back over his shoulder to Madden. Gafer. Turner. They have the numbers back in defence. Christian from the back pocket. Right with Danaher. Izzard. Right, left one and went to the other and pinged him with holding the ball.
Well done, Graham Wright. That was fantastic play.
Graham Wright at halfback, no doubt with that decision it was right, but Essendon making a lot of mistakes. Right, half forward Starcevic marks uncontested. Cransberg is coming off the ground for Essendon.
And Michael Long coming on.
The short one, Scott Russell. Here's the Magpies' chance. The running player is Barwick. He can thump it a mile. Look at that long kick. This might be a goal. Yes! Another one to the Magpies. Doug Barwick has kicked his second. Collingwood have moved on to 10-7. Essendon remain on 6-9.
Now a handy break to the Pies. Salmon out of the middle. Comes to Morwood. Kick across the ground. Mullane and Anderson. Anderson went too early. Mullane has the ball in front of him now. Dragged down. Holding the ball, says the umpire, because Mullane was going for a bounce. Anderson applied the tackle. Greg Anderson's free kick on centre wing. Up short of the 50. Anthony Danaher rather. Madden breaks away from full forward. Chance here for Madden. The kick a bit astray. O'Donnell's come the length of the ground. Dacos has gone with him. O'Donnell. Back to Buick. Good pass. And Thompson marks in front of White.
Touch off the boot, Drew.
Was touch off the boot.
But a push in the back. Free kick to Thompson anyway.
I'd like to see Salmon up on that forward line.
Yes,
Peter.
I was about to say that.
I think Madden can do the work up the ground around the, as far as the ruck work is concerned, but his height, as we've already seen, Salmon, is a real problem, that full forward line.
Mark Thompson for goal. Won't make it. Van der Haar.
Play on.
Not paid. Christian virtually kicked an own goal to Russia behind.
Kelly's hurt himself too. Kelly not showing or trying not to show the pain, but he has buckled over just a little bit.
That was no score. It's a free kick to Collingwood and the free kick to Russell.
Scott Russell. 10 minutes of play left in the third quarter. They have to hang on, the Magpies. Mark Thompson has been tremendous for Essendon, but thumped down by Manson. 10-7, plays 6-9. It's not over yet. Who will come home the harder? The more experienced Essendon side or the young Collingwood side? It's tapped by Salmon, but straight to Tony Shaw. Centre of the ground is Barwick. They're creating space, Collingwood. Barwick will kick at 60. No, he doesn't. Smothered off the boot, but it's all Collingwood. Turner to the half-forward line. Watson, he's got backup support by O'Donnell. Taking it away was Manning. On to Hamilton, they've got the loose man, and out wide is Buick.
Kick by Buick for Salmon on centre wing. This quarter, Collingwood have kicked 3 straight goals, and Essendon have kicked 1-2. Salmon's kick to the 50. They crash to the ground. Thompson comes up with it. Blind hand pass. Burns fumbles. Chance for Van der Haar. They're going forward in numbers. Izard goes backwards to Van der Haar. Now he's collared. Tony Shaw with great courage. Kelly slow. Spills to Thompson. Kick smothered by Christian. This is great stuff. Down goes O'Donnell. Dacos with O'Donnell down on the ground. Dacos all the way through the centre with a poor kick. It bounces all right for Krasiska. Nobody up on the forward line. Krasiska's kick, if it makes it, will score. Didn't make it. First back there, Hamilton.
Anderson.
That was a great kick by Hamilton, wasn't it?
But what magnificent play by that Collingwood defence just before that. Here's Anthony Danaher at the back. He can't take the mark. He's dropped a lot today. Here's Mick McGuire. Collingwood playing inspired football. Short one on Barwick and Izard. Punch down to Manning. Smothered off the hands.
Well done, Barwick.
Scott Russell looks for Francis. Good play down there by Buick. That was fantastic play. Watson's been quiet. Back he goes. Gary O'Donnell. They're not sure what to do. Is that holding the ball? They're making a lot of mistakes, Essendon, due to the pressure. Krasiska, an open goal. Kevin Krasiska's kicked it. Great goal to the Magpies. Collingwood streaking ahead. 11-7. Essendon 6-9.
Well, there was a fantastic tackle laid by Peter Dacos prior to Krasiska kicking that goal, but also a terrific smother by Barwick a little early. What's this? Look at that. And there. Russell. Oh, that was good play, Dacos.
73 plays 45. Under 8 minutes to three-quarter time, and the last 6 minutes have belonged to the Magpies. Kickett gets the ball out to Harvey. Salmon got underneath that one. Long has been very quiet and dragged a couple of times. Kelly went straight forward, gets it to Shaw. In space is McGuan. It's all Collingwood at the moment. Mick McGuan drawing a man. It's come unstuck. The hand pass astray. Watson to Hamilton. Grenvold, he's got Kickett. A 25-metre hand pass to Derek Kickett. Needs to kick it. Kicks a mile. Van der Haar's there, and Salmon takes the mark.
That's his go, Salmon. He's got to be on that forward line. Whereas Christian can handle the height of Madden, he cannot handle the strength and the height, as you see there on that occasion of Salmon. He's just too big, Salmon, and he has really worked on his physique, as you can see there. He's been lifting a lot of weights. There's a bit of muscle definition there.
Well, this is against the trend of play. McGuan had it set up on centre wing as he was going to half forward. But now it could cost them a goal. Man on the mark, just 12 metres out. And Salmon gets the goal. His third. 11-7 to 7-9.
22 points the margin. A vital 6 minutes of play coming up before three-quarter time. The Magpies have to hold on. Here's Izard. Kransberg, the dangerous kick-it. Can he get it? He's still going, Derek Kickett. Oh, holding the man. Oh, boy, he was a bit unlucky there. Mullane, oh, they were stiff there, Essendon. Grabbed by Krasiska. They might get a goal here, the Magpies. Mick McGuan, 65 metres out. Goes for goal. Gary O'Donnell can't mark. Hops one in the back.
No, free kick. It's against Brown.
That's what I said, in the back. In fact, it's Terry Danaher take it. The short one is on. Oh, dangerous to Watson. Did he have it? Watson. He's got rid of it. Straight to Brown. A goal coming up to the Magpies. Gavin Krasiska kicks. Oh, and misses as he's dragged off the ball.
No right foot, Gavin Krasiska. He had to go back onto his preferred foot. That's the left one. Took too long. Had he had a right foot, he could have popped that through.
23 points the margin. 5 1/4 minutes remaining to three-quarter time. Hamilton marks the kick in. Danaher goes out wide to Buick. They certainly have used a lot of hand passing, Essendon. But Buick runs it right up to centre wing. His kick to Salmon. Well, Collingwood had the numbers. It came off Kelly to Christian. Unmarked at centre wing is Starcevic. He goes back. Hand pass not great to Wright. Wright looks for Krasiska up at half forward. O'Donnell with him and the ball out of play. Well, Collingwood could take a giant step to winning the premiership if they can get over Essendon here today and get the week off. They're looking for their first flag since 1958.
Up the ground, Tony Shaw. A high one to the half-forward line. Watson pushing and shoving. The ball hits the deck. Here come Essendon, the hand pass. Terry Danaher. It'll be a one-on-one contest. Mullane, which way will it bounce? It bounces in front of him. Greg Anderson after him. Taps to the line, Darren Mullane, and that was good play. 4 minutes of play left in the third quarter. The Magpies lead by 23 points, and it's not over yet.
Kelly down to McGuan. Russell outnumbered. Good Mark Manning over the top. Washed up at St Kilda. He's one of those rejects that Kevin Sheedy has plucked out and given a new lease of life to. Andrew Manning up towards the centre. Kransberg dishes off to Danaher. Puts it wide. Essendon running pretty well at the moment. O'Donnell has run plenty this quarter to full forward. Christian outmarks Salmon.
Play on.
No mark. Goes to Morwood. His hand pass over the top to Wright. Wright looks for Turner on centre wing. O'Donnell doing the business again. Great play, Gary O'Donnell.
The short one is on. There are two options. He's found Michael Long. It's dangerous when this man gets it because Van der Haar has led. Every try, he hasn't got it many times today, Michael Long. He's looking for the short one. Van der Haar wants someone to lead. He's worried about the distance.
Years ago, he could have put this through. He definitely would have scored from there.
Salmon saying, kick it long. Oh, there's Madden on his own. He doesn't want to have this shot, Van der Haar. Now, can he get onto a long drop punt? No, he wasn't confident. Have a look at that kick. Salmon, though, they're still there. Can't mark. And off his hands and over the line. But that was not good play by Essendon. He took too long to kick the ball, Van der Haar.
Well, he was looking for options, Peter. Wasn't in. They were well covered by Collingwood defence.
All the more reason you get it down there quickly.
But another chance here for the Bombers. Salmon in ruck. Well, Grenvold overran it. Comes to Long. Short pass is good to Kransberg. Well, that's better.
He's a good player, isn't he, Michael Long? The way he spotted Kransberg. Fantastic.
Peter Kransberg.
Here it is. I simply am amazed at some of the skills that these players do possess nowadays under extreme pressure.
The West Australian in his first AFL final. Across the face of goal and misses to the left.
Well, a bad miss from there. He took about 3 paces then, and he should have gone back another 10 metres and run in hard. And thumped it. Kevin Sheedy, oh, he's worried, not happy at all. And any side who loses today, they've got to face up to the West Coast Eagles next week, which will not be easy out of Waverley. Now, Mick McGuan. Kelly. To the half-forward line, Hamilton should mark here, and he does call Hamilton at half-back. Now he's, oh, dangerous, oh, look at this. It comes off to Danaher. Dacos couldn't chip in. Here's Watson. Had a very quiet day, Tim Watson. Now he goes short. He's got an option of two. Harvey's one, and Harvey takes the mark, centre wing.
Now they flow into the forward line. Gaffer outnumbered, but he did very well, Mick Gaffer. A much maligned player, but look at that. Brilliant football. Up to Krasiska at centre wing. Long left footer. Watson on Dacos. Dacos dives, can't mark. Watson goes backwards. Will take a free kick, Tim Watson. He was legged by Dacos. Tim Watson, short pass up to O'Donnell. Has he covered some hectares in this quarter? Unbelievable display. Centre of the ground, Madden. Outmarks Monkhurst.
Take 50 metres.
Well, the Essendon fans think so, but the umpires don't.
Look, that is 50 metres. That is 50 metres.
He goes back to Kickett. Now to Madden again. Oh, they're going to muck this up. Kickett was being held before the ball even came back to him. Oh, he's gone backwards, he's lost it. Russell gathers, inside 50. Russell goes for goal and kicks it. What a mistake by Kickett.
Well, I just can't. I cannot believe.
Well, they have done it all day, Don. Done it all day, Essendon.
Number one, I think there should have been a 50-metre penalty to Madden, but Kickett, oh, unbelievable. As you say, Peter, he's done it all day.
Not him. The Essendon side, I reckon they've leerised from the start of the game with they try and do that extra handball all the time instead of getting on with the game and kicking it. And that's let Collingwood right in. This will lift the Magpies. Tony Francis, wide, Barwick. And Barwick, there's the siren. And what a handy goal that was as Barwick kicks it. The three-quarter time score. Collingwood, 12-8-80, lead this.
Cricket ground, and indeed we pick up play at the start of the final term.
Out to bounce the ball to start the final quarter in this great match between Essendon and Collingwood. The winner goes straight into the grand final. Will it be the Magpies with a chance to win a flag after this long, long time? Here's Danaher. Anthony Danaher, a booming wobbly kick to the half-forward line. It's thumped the ground. Oh, Michael Long. Oh, he went for a hand pass again instead of kicking it. Dennis Banks takes it out of defence. And a big mark. No, not paid. Monkhorst. They've got the loose men everywhere. Mick McGuan, a quick kick to the forward line. Terry Danaher and Gavin Brown. Bob Brown almost took it. Hamilton burrowing in. Bob Brown, brilliant play. Dacos, danger. Dacos on the left foot, kicks a goal and misses to the left.
He's a Terrier Brown the way he went after that ball, but also Gary O'Donnell pushed Peter Dacos into the ball.
And again down the other end, Michael Long had an open goal and refused to kick and went to handball.
Kick into Madden, who's got a break on Monkhurst. Simon Madden comes backwards to Buick. Good raking kick, well over the centre. Oh, what a mark taken by Kelly. Craig Kelly, brilliant then. The ex-South Australian. Oh, wobbles a shocker to centre wing. Oh. Anderson fumbled badly. Madden back after. Madden's kick for Long. Thought about the hand pass out. Turn to come inside. Salmon. I think too far out to score, Paul Salmon. Harvey's there. Outnumbered 2-1. Kelly takes the mark while Harvey was kept out of it. 81 plays 52 in the last quarter of the second semi-final. On his own is Turner at centre half-back. McGuan, through the middle go the Pies. Christian, long kick to full forward. Brown keeps his footing. Goes to ground now from O'Donnell. Brown comes out with it. The hand pass comes to Russell. Russell snaps truly. Russell kicked the last of the third quarter and the first of the fourth quarter.
So Essendon's task looking harder by the minute with 2 successive goals by Scott Russell. Back to the final quarter now, and we pick up play with 14 minutes remaining and the Magpies leading by 34 points.
Mullane short passes. Christian takes the mark. Banks giving him some run. Well played by Dennis Banks. High kick. Brown and Dacos not in great positions. O'Donnell dropped the mark, but Danaher backed him up. Buick ducking the head, getting the hand pass to O'Donnell. Grenvold skirts around Krasiska. Banks charged at the ball, paddles for Francis. Russell's been a fine player. Tony Shaw, 60 metres from goal. Brown at the back. To the front to Dacos. Missed it. 2-2 to Peter Dacos. 13 and a half minutes left, and the crowd, the biggest of the season, 91,555.
And they've seen a superb display by this Collingwood side. They really have. Right from the opening bounce, they've been aggressive at the ball, and they've played great team football. Their back line's been well on top. Essendon looking very tired. Look at that. Anthony Danaher, that could be holding the ball, almost threw it away. And even that kick out by his brother Terry then looked a tired-looking kick on.
Well, I mean, the temperature's taking a toll, isn't it, Peter? They wouldn't be used to playing in these temperatures.
And they've had that layoff, and people wondered what would happen. Well, maybe we're seeing the answer. The young Collingwood side full of fitness and chasing ability. There's Tim Watson's had a very quiet day.
He's been out for a number of weeks. In fact, his last game was against Collingwood out at Waverley. He injured his ankle that day and has been out ever since.
Salmon coming off and Kevin Walsh on.
Francis. He's tackled high. It's a relayed free.
No, they'll come back through.
And Salmon is off the ground too. And Kevin Walsh is going into the forward pocket.
Got to come back to Francis. 75 metres from goal. His left footer. Bit of nudging going on there.
Really doesn't help.
For a throw-in.
Doesn't help Brown, does it, the way the ball's being delivered now.
Well, it's really tough for the Bombers now. They trail by 35 points. They need to get 6 goals to nothing, and they've managed just 7 goals in 3.5 quarters.
Half forward for Collingwood. Izzard, a quick kick. Madden, punched by Monkhorst. Buick, oh, another dangerous handball. They're running into all sorts of trouble. They refuse to kick at Essendon. There's Francis, a little terrier. Tony Shaw, a quick kick to the forward line. It could be a mark. Yes, Starcevic. And this will absolutely seal it if he short passes this. He does. Across the face of the mark has been taken by Barwick. 25 metres out, directly in front.
And what should happen here is that the full back, or the man on the mark, as Barwick was walking back, should have gone back 5 or 6 yards, because Barwick wouldn't have known where the mark was. As a young footballer, or any young footballer looking in, don't do what Barwick did and turn you back to the goal.
Barwick's kick 2. Third coming up, I would say, and the Magpies will be home if he kicks this one. Barwick kicks. And there it is. The Magpies head for a grand final, 14-11. Essendon 7-12.
Barwick has played in a number of positions over the last couple of weeks. He's had a tagging role against the West Coast. He's played in the back pocket, played on the half-forward line most of the year. He's kicked 3 goals today. 3 goals, 1 to be precise. And this year's kicked 34 goals, 27.
Collingwood again through Mullane. Back to Kelly. Looking extremely confident now, the Magpies. Kelly to half forward. Russell. Hamilton. But his hand pass is bad. Banks. Banks paddles. Shaw's always there to pick those up. Floats the hand pass over the top to McGuan. Here comes Mullane. Mullane approaches 60 metres. Long kick. Brown the only chance. Comes to the front. Brown again. Back he goes. Starcevic has kicked another one. It's a romp. 15-11 to 7-12.
Well, they can do no wrong, can they? This man here, a late replacement for Ron McEwen. A high ball from Mullane. The pack flies. Well chopped out then by Buick, who just couldn't control it. Rebounds across to Starcevic, his first.
Played 7-12. The Magpies coming home with plenty of legs. And they're determined. McGuan, Mullane playing under difficulty, even going for that mark. You can see him protecting that thumb. To half forward, Dacos, 2 bites of the cherry. And even Dacos is starting to get away from O'Donnell, who's played a superb negative game. Dacos, the torpedo putt. A booming kick to the square. Terry Danaher thumps it over the line. And through for a behind to Collingwood. Full marks to Danaher. He's fought this game right out.
Peter, there's only one the difference as far as centre breaks are concerned at half-time. Now it's 16 Collingwood, 9 Essendon.
Hamilton can't mark. The ball out of play. Well, Collingwood led early at quarter-time by 14 points. The lead should have been more, we thought. Only 12 points at half-time, and it was a game. But they killed them in the second half. Hamilton to Izard. Izard's kick up the centre wing, congested. Turner a big fly. Comes to Gaffer. He knew his player was there, Banks. Banks pokes the ball to half-forward, and Starcevic marks.
Just too high for Manning on that occasion. Manning tried to stop the ball in flight. It just went over his outstretched hand. It was a good kick by Banks to spot Starcevic. Starcevic not the best kick for goal. 15 goals, or 16-19 he's kicked this year.
This one right in front, 45 metres out. There's another one.
Great performances by Collingwood. They're finishing on again, as they did against the Eagles in their last game. They're fit, and they're young, and they're enthusiastic. Can they finally break that long drought? Half forward, we have McGuan to Brown. Over the back, Dacos. Can he swoop onto this one? Oh, cleverly done, Dacos. He's still got it. Francisca. Gavin Brown straightens up. Brilliant play by the full forward. He kicks a goal and he's missed. He is a terrific player, Gavin Brown. He kicked 5 early, and there's a famous Collingwood supporter. He's been around a long time, Rana.
You are not wrong, Peter.
Has he ever behind the goals? And you can see the enthusiasm on the faces of those Collingwood supporters.
Well, the Collingwood army have had a long, frustrating time. They haven't won a grand final since their last premiership, 58. In fact, they've lost 7 since then. Short pass Mullane to Dacos, couldn't take the mark. Hamilton takes it out.
It'll get a free kick. He's pushed in the back by Starcevic.
Collingwood's last grand final was 1981, and their last win in a grand final, 1958. I think we're going to go through 2 weeks of absolute pandemonium in Melbourne, with Collingwood qualifying for the grand final. Russell, Izard.
That'll be nothing to what had happened if they won it, Drew.
Well, then we'll go through a year of
If you didn't barrack for Collingwood, I think you'd get out of town.
Manning. Back to Buick. And you'd have to wonder about Essendon's chances against the Eagles next week. The Eagles will be watching this over in Perth, licking their chops at the moment, I reckon. Here goes Banks. He just took it away from Grenbold. Good pass. Oh, Francis.
Very casual, very casual.
Sun, maybe. The sun, he was pointing up into the sky, so maybe the sun got in his eyes, he couldn't see it. Half forward for the Magpies. Very impressive performance. I personally didn't think they could do this to Essendon. Manning. Hamilton lying on the ball, then taps it out. And still loose and kicked off the ground. Morwood's had an absolute picnic down there in defence today. Been excellent. Beautiful pass. Pinpoint accuracy on the left foot, and he finds Starcevic 65 metres out from goal. The leader's on. He kicks high. Dacos is 2 to beat. Peter Dacos, centre of the pack, thumped down to Anthony Danaher across the face of goal to Hamilton. He's sometimes slow getting rid of it, Paul Hamilton. This time he goes short and he finds Mark Thompson.
Well, Essendon had beaten the Pies both times this season, but when it counted in the final, they couldn't manage it. Oh, Kelly. Russell, a clever tap out. Gaffer. Done everything well, Gaffer. Trouble off the left boot this time. Off the ground, Buick. Manning outnumbered 2 to 1.
He is very, very tired, Andrew Manning. You can see him running on that occasion. He seemed to be going up and down on the one spot.
5.5 minutes remaining, and it's 109 to 54, a 55-point lead to Collingwood.
Centre wing Morwood doing the ruck work. They do look tired, the Bombers. Mark Thompson battled his heart out all day. A clever kick. Kransberg. They've had a lot down, but that's due to the pressure of Collingwood. There's Salmon, centre of the... If he doesn't take the mark, they're in trouble up forward. Hand pass to Morwood. Comes from Gaper. Again a loose man. Tony Francis. They're playing very confident football. Scott Russell. Smothered by Izard. Too slow to get rid of it. Great tackle, Graham Wright. Oh, tremendous play by the former Tasmanian. Jamie Turner brings it to half forward.
Francisco, great mark at half forward. Off to Barwick. Tony Shaw, the skipper, for goal. It just got away from him at the end. We're behind.
That was good positioning by Krasiska to get Danaher out of the road and take that mark and then get it across to Shaw.
That would have been the most popular goal of the day if the little captain could have kicked that.
Wouldn't it? His brother was around as captain when Collingwood last played in the grand final. Terry Danaher kicks in and Buick marks. We've gone do the Bombers reach the stage now where they just play this out and save themselves for next week?
Well, I think they'll be done. You know, this will do them a lot of good, a hit out, because a lot of those guys are just not fit. They're not match hard, and we've seen them going up and down the one spot. Tim Watson hasn't had a sniff. We saw Manning running earlier. He just couldn't make it. They just seem a couple of them out of touch.
Harvey Vanderhart. But full marks to Collingwood. They've taken it right up to this very good Essendon side, and they're playing well. There's Banks. Gaper. Look at this. They're coming down in waves. Tony Shaw. For half forward it goes. The Bombers trying hard with that edge in speed. And they're fresher, Collingwood. Tony Francis hooks it up in front of goal. Dacos in front. Can he do something magical? Yes, he can. Put his body in front and bang, he took it. And look at the Magpie supporters.
Well, it's Dacos and Shaw. They're the only two players that have played in a grand final side. They played together in 1981.
Kicked by Dacos. It's a goal.
Go on and tackle Collingwood in the grand final. And of course, just a reminder too about our telecast of the 1990 Brownlow Medal. Tomorrow night, it's going to be a very interesting count, I'm sure. Will it be Bomber Anderson, or will it be Lowe from St Kilda? Will it be David Bain from the Brisbane Bears? And you'll find out tomorrow night from 8:30 when Bruce McAvaney hosts the count. It's going to be a very exciting night. And of course, don't forget exciting football next Saturday afternoon, preliminary final day out at VFL Park. Hope your team won today. A very good evening to you all.
He's every inch a hero, the kind to get things done. But underneath that grip of steel, there hides some